Assalamu alaikum. How are you all? I'm fine. Hope you are also fine. I'm your English teacher. From this book, I'll start first chapter. Okay, now open book page number 2. First chapter of this book is poem. The name of poem is Mother to Son. The poet of the poem is Langston Hughes. The pronunciation of this word is Hughes. Hughes. First of all, we discuss the about poet. Now, Langston Hughes, 1902 is his birth date and his death date is 1967. Was an American novelist, playwright, short story. Okay, he also write columns and newspaper, and his poetry reflects diversity of African Americans within the USA and emphasizes the pride and identity. Okay, in this poem, the name of poem is Mother to Son. In this poem, Hughes puts himself in the place of a mother speaking to her son with words of encouragement. The poem was written in 1922. Okay, in this poem, poet put himself as a mother and discuss all about his life. Actually, in this poem have three stanzas. First stanza is from uh, First stanza is from this to bear. Second stanza is from here to back, and that is third stanza. There are three stanzas in this poem. Okay, the central idea, the main idea, the theme of poem is the poet treated himself as a mother and advises to her son about hurdles and challenges of her life. Her life is mother life her life is surrounded by problems and difficulties, as everyone's life is not so easy. All's life are surrounded by problems, difficulties, and as it is mother, and she also faced these problems bravely and advised and son. And in this poem, her mother advised her son not to give up from these problems and faced it bravely, and she advised how to deal with problem. Okay, in this poem, mother explain, advise, and advise her son to how to face the problems of life, how to face the hardships of life, and how to move on in this difficult life. There are three stanzas in this poem. In first stanza, she is telling about the thoughts and what has happened to her, and she told her son to what did happen to her from this life. And the second stanza, poet tells that how to overcome, how to face these problem, and how she can do to face these problem. And in third stanza, she had to her son what will happen to you and what you have to do and what we have to everyone do for facing these types of problems in his or her life. Okay, basically the theme of the poem is hardship, hope, and courage. There are three main ideas. First is hardship, and second is hope, and third is courage. Okay. Now, first of all, I describe the words to know difficult words. A word is a climbing. A climbing is the actually word is climbing. Climbing. Okay. Do you know the meaning of climbing? Okay. And inform has not. Informal has not. Also, contraction of am not is contracted from am not. Crystal. You know the meaning of crystal? A high quality clear colorless glass. Honey, here a term of endearment, dear, sweetie, darling, etc. Eyes, a non-standard way of saying I have, he has. Okay. Kinder. Kinder means a kind of. Kind of. Landings. Landings, the flat area without steps where a stairway take a turn. Sat down. Sat down is the sit down. Stop. Rest. Splinters, sharp, slender pieces of wood broken off from the main body. Tacks. The meaning of tacks is short nails with a flat head. Now I am starting from well, son, I'll tell you, life for me and been no crystal stair. It's had tacks in it and splinters and boards torn up and places with no carpet on the floor bare. In first stanza, poet tell about she tell about the hardships of life. She said, "My life is not a crystal stair." Crystal stair means my life is not as easy. Stair means, you know what is the meaning of a stair. Here the meaning of a stair is crystal stair. Stair means day and night, step by step stairs. Okay, it had tacks in it. She said I faced many tacks in it. What is the meaning of tacks? Tacks is short nails. I faced with many tacks, with many problems and with many hardships in life. I also faced in sharp pieces. When I move on, I faced many problems, many hardships in life. Okay, now in second stanza, we start second stanza. But all the time I see been a climbing on and reaching landings and turning corners and sometimes going in the dark where there ain't been no light. So boy, don't you turn back. Okay, in this stanza, she is telling about her problems faced by her. She said, "I don't stop. I continuously climbing up. I don't afraid of my tomorrow. If I face the darkness, if I face the dark phase of my life, I move on another place, another way, and I never stop. And I am climbing continuously. I don't afraid of my problems. I don't give up my problems. I continuously working hard." Okay, now third stanza. Don't you sit down on the steps, 'cause you find it's kinder hard. Don't you fall now, for I see still going honey. I see still come climbing, and life for me ain't been no crystal stair. In the third stanza, she advises her son that you shouldn't be stopped if you face hardships, if you don't see directions, you don't sit down, you have to go on, you have to move on. Why you don't stop? Because I never stop, I still going and I still climbing. That's why she advises to her mother never give up in his whole life. Okay, now in book page number 3, we discuss the questions. The first question is, who is speaking in the poem and to whom are the words addressed? B is, what does the speaker compare her life with? Third one is, what does the speaker encounter on the stairs?